rare individual, a real star. She has been acting in movies for over 50 years, and at age 73, she's still acting. Recently, David talked with her, and we'll be showing you that conversation all this week. This morning, we're going to find out how Bette Davis got her start as an actress.
Ruth Elizabeth Davis.
Right.
Right?
Initials spell red.
Of what significance is that?
You know, it's supposed to be very good luck if your initials spell something.
Red.
And my initials are R-E-D.
But how much luck can there be really in the kind of success you have had, in the kind of career?
Lots.
Really?
Lots.
How?
I mean, luck in that you're given opportunities in wondrous ways. Granted, after the opportunity, one must live up to it. But, well, Margot Channing is a perfect example of luck. I was never cast as Margot Channing in All About Eve. I was a replacement, and a most happy replacement.
For whom?
Colbert was playing Margot Channing, and she hurt her back. And they had to be in San Francisco in the Current Theater for they had it for just 1 week, the following week. So they could not wait for her to get well. So in desperation, they sent me the script.
How did that make you feel that you were, quote, replacing Colbert? Did that bother your ego or whatever?
Not to play Margot Channing. No. Well, by replacement, it wasn't that I was doing a remake. I was going to originate it. Right. No, I am very bad. I would be very bad at being second.
Why?
Second. Well, I always would have to create it and be first.
I mean, here you are. I mean, we see people come and go, obviously, in the theater and movies and so forth. And here you are with 50 years, 51 years. You have done it. You have done it big. You got there. You have stayed there. And if there ever was a real star...
But you know what you
does
really
it take?
Well, of course, it takes enormously good health. It takes a great love of it. But you really can say at this point in my life, I just can say I survived. It's really true. But I've been an enormously healthy girl, brought up in New England, in the good cold winters and all that. I'm a very healthy person physically.
And New England means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Oh, New England is my love. Yankee through and through.
What does that mean?
Yankee, you know. I just heard where you came from. You tell me what Yankee means.
Okay.
Oh, Yankee means discipline, no spoiling, no red carpets. Just
do it.
Do it. And as my mother used to say, there is no such word as can't. And I was brought up on that, and I think this is true. There is no such word as can't. Oh, I was lucky, lucky. Born in New England, never changed, never had a big head, never was satisfied ever with my work, never went through this. And that is my heritage. And a lot of my cohorts did not come from my sensible, great upbringing.
Why did you want to do it? Why did you want to become an actress? How old were you when it first occurred to you or you had the feeling?
Well, I didn't exactly plan to be an actress, but I always had an excitement inside me, knowing I would do something different. I would not grow up in suburbia Boston and be, you know, which I do not say is not a great profession because I have a daughter who's one of the great homemakers of all time, and that she chose. So I don't say that's not a good way of life. But I knew something was going to be different in my life.
How old were you when this was occurring?
Oh, for as long as I can remember. I was always excited about life, always.
And your mother, now she was very important to you.
Well, mother also had this hunch about me too. And decided to let me try it in the dramatic school. I mean, I can really thank her for her encouragement. But when I started in, I had no idea it would work out like this.
You are one of that group who are what I think most of us consider to be a real star. There's something so different, so special. There's something that jumps off the screen, whatever you want to call it. What is it to you? What does the word mean to you? Star.
Well, it means I made it.
Made it.
You know, you made it. Because that, of course, is the goal, you know, to get to the point where you can carry the film yourself and be above the title. And to my dying day, that's going to remain.
To her dying day, I believe it. We will have more with Bette Davis tomorrow. Right now, it's 5 minutes before 9, and we'll be back right after this from Florida Citrus.
12 before the hour. All this week, we're showing you David's recent conversation with Bette Davis. This morning, we'll hear about her early years in Hollywood and how she feels about making movies.
I don't think that making films is fun. The fun is your enjoyment of giving a performance, but the actual doing of it has never been fun. They talk about the golden years, which I started in that day. It was just as hard work then, and there were not many great films each year then. They talk about it now as if every film we made was a gem. No, there were never more than 4 or 5 great films a year.
Did you make any dogs?
Well, of course, when you start under contract, you just make one after the other, and they're dreadful.
What would you advise someone today, a young woman who wants to go into the theater or into movies or, you know, become an actor?
If she had to come to me for advice, I would say don't try it.
Why?
Because she has to have that much determination herself. I mean, I never went around to everybody as a young woman saying, do you think I should do this? No, 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 no. You have to have a go, because there's nothing you can tell anybody. Everybody's path is different, a different way of accomplishing it, different circumstances, and certainly today it's a different world in my business. You see, today there's no chance to fail, because you might have 2 years between a film. So one film can finish somebody if it's really bad. Much more than under the contract system, where you just kept right on going. Of course, they had an option every year, and if everything was perfectly dreadful, they did not take up your option. When I first went to Universal, 1930.
30.
Yeah. I, of course, was fired at the end of the year.
You were?
Yes, oh yes, and everybody else. There was a saying that you're going to make it if Universal fires you. Gable was there, fired. Bogey was in my first film at Universal.
Bad Sister, right?
Yeah, Bad Sister. He was fired. All these people were dumped out of Universal. And we didn't do badly, any of us.